Hi guys, I am Alfrein Quirionez. By the way, pardon me because the video presentation that I have is actually not that formal because honestly I am still having my quarantine because I just got back all the way from Manila a few days ago. No? Nga pala, I would like to thank the Jose Rizal Memorial State University, Tabilisan Campus for the invite. Thank you also Sir John Michael Anthony for the recommendation. So my topic is about the interdisciplinary approach, of knowing oneself. So this is what Sir John Michael Anthony tasked me to share with you. And so matanong ko lang, when was the last time that you shared your personal story to someone else? Maybe madali, for some, but for others, I know it is quite challenging, So anyhow, in my presentation, the first is learn the story. Each and every one of us, we know our stories. Alam natin kung ano yung mga pinagdaanan natin sa buhay. But I think the more significant question here is, how connected are we in our experiences? How we get in touch within? In short, yung connection, the connection of our experience to our consciousness. If how deep it is, how conscious are we to understand the meaning of our experiences? Like for example, many of us, we long to go to the different places, and I know some of you were able already to go to different places, ibang bansa, in Palawan, here in the Philippines, in Boracay. But then, one of the most challenging part existentially when we talk about journey is that have we journeyed already towards our own selves? So ito yung laging challenge sa atin, we always look for something external, but something within us, yun yung medyo hirap tayo, at yun yung dapat that we are really challenging ourselves to go deeper. So let us be willing to pay the price of time and effort to discover the very meaning of that stories. For a while, let us let go of that tendency, of that attitude that the natural science has taught us. And what is that attitude? We always tend to analyze things. We always somehow look at things as a problem to be solved. But for us, it's more about the attitude of making sense. When we say making sense, it's about how to draw meaning in that experiences, or how do we give meaning to that experiences, to that stories that we have. In this sense, we may be able to realize in our very own stories the connection, our connection in the bigger picture of reality. That it's not only about ourselves, our relationship with others, but it is also about our relationship with the cosmos, our relationship with the nature, and most especially our relationship with God. We are all part and parcel of this universe. Okay guys, for number 2, own the story. So, as we own our own stories, we have to accept the whole of it. Okay? It should be the total acceptance of the positive as well as the negative, the lights and the shadows, and the possibilities as well as the limitations. No matter how hard sometimes we deny it, but at the end of the day, our stories, sayo pa din yan, akin at akin pa rin yan, and nothing will ever change that. So there are things that we can no longer change, but eventually we can make sense out of it. It's the beauty of owning it, It is actually the process of coming to accept ourselves, who we are, despite the limitations and brokenness that we have. So it's about bringing all together the broken pieces of ourselves for us to be able to see the totality and wholeness. Number 3, share the story. I understand the risk because we are prone to judgment. We may be misinterpreted, and we may be put into that risky and humbling position to share our stories. But then we also have to consider that as human as we are, as part of that creation, as part of this universe, as part of this cosmos, we also have a call to share our piece so that the whole story can be known. Actually, guys, I'm one of those people who also question why is it we need to share our stories. But along the way, I realized that there is also a benefit on my part, and that is actually the process towards healing. Because minsan kasi ang dami nating bubog sa loob. There are so many burdens, there are so many negative feelings, but then as we share it to others, as we express it, parang nag-a-unload din tayo, so nakakagaan din ang loob. We undergo such process wherein we can free ourselves from that bondage of brokenness that we are in. On the other hand, to share and to listen to someone else's story, we come to discover the uniqueness of each one, the mysterious expression of how life is, and the wonders of other person's story as they unfold. But take note, before we can reach that point, we also have to suspend first our judgment. In philosophy, we call this the epoche, or the suspension of our prejudgment or presumption towards the reality around us. It is only by suspending our judgment that we may be able to penetrate the very heart of reality. To share our story, we have to become transparent enough, and we have to do it at the level of our inner self. And what is in there? It's actually the truth of who we are. By doing so, we simply let our hidden self grow stronger and eventually embrace the challenge to make the necessary change towards the greater integrity. Lastly, number 4, celebrate our stories. Okay? Of course, in life, there may be a lot of imperfections, but then we should always remind ourselves not to stop celebrate. We should always find reasons to celebrate life, to make it worth it. Okay? We should remember our birthdays, the birthdays of our loved ones, anniversaries, what else? Fiesta, parties, because these are proofs that we need to celebrate our stories as individuals and collectively. Celebrations make us makes connections between our stories in the past, present, and future. Okay, it may be risky, as it can be, but we have to consider the greater price of it, and it is actually leading us towards the wholeness and truth of who we really are. So no matter how people would throw something negative towards us, we will be unshakable because we know that we are well founded already of who we are, and then we have already built that integrity, because first and foremost we have been honest, we have been open of our own darkness in our lives. So I think for those people who are open enough, for those people who really care about you, they know the truth, and they will always respect you and they will love you as you are. So for my synthesis, I know that life is very much imperfect, but to find reasons to celebrate is not about perfection, but a choice. I am pretty sure that all of us have some dots, some parts of our past that we don't like. But remember that we have the capacity to rewrite it, not to change our past, but to heal and eventually direct our present towards future that we all become significant in the story of change of each one.